Have you ever sat back and asked yourself, why do I always fall for the wrong person? It's like you could spot the red flags from a mile away after it's over. But in the dating stage, it's like you're seeing more green than Ty Dolla $ign's tour bus.
Out of you and Wiz, who smokes more?
It's gotta be equal.
I've been there. I think a lot of us are attracted to the wrong type of person, even when we know it's not going to end well. And funnily enough, there's actually a reason for this. So today, I'm breaking down why this happens, how your past might be affecting your love life, and what actually makes someone feel like the right one, even when they're clearly not. Something I've come to realize is that attraction and compatibility are two completely different things, but a lot of us mix them up. It's like you meet someone and there's this instant connection. Feels magnetic, might even feel like fate. But then 6 months later, you're sitting there asking yourself, why do I always feel so drained? At that point, you're not even in a relationship anymore. You're in an unpaid job that you didn't even apply for. But something you have to remember is attraction isn't always a green flag. Sometimes it's just our brain recognizing something familiar, which is what it's wired to do. But why? Why is our brain telling us to fall for people who are clearly wrong for us? Well, for one, familiarity feels safe, even when it's not. We're drawn to what feels familiar. If you grew up in a home where love felt inconsistent, where attention, affection, or even approval came and went, then a love that feels uncertain or unpredictable might just feel normal to you. Or maybe you're like me. Maybe you moved around a lot as a kid and you got used to people being in and out of your life. So without realizing it, you might be drawn to relationships that are fleeting, dramatic, or unstable. Not because you want that, but because deep down, that's what love's always looked like for you. It's kind of like when you eat the same food your whole life, then someone tries to introduce you to sushi. At first, you gotta be like, nah, that's weird. But in reality, it's just something healthy that you're not used to. 2, chemistry can be deceptive. Have you ever noticed that the people who can make you feel the highest highs can also bring you the lowest lows? That's because when someone triggers a strong emotional response, whether it's excitement, anxiety, or even mystery, it releases dopamine in your brain, and that rush can make you mistake chaos for chemistry. This is why those us against the world type relationships can feel so intense. Your dopamine receptors are firing like crazy, making the instability feel exciting rather than unhealthy. And then there's the trauma bonding. If you've ever been in a relationship or a family where love and pain were intertwined, or you had to fight for affection, then you might mistake those emotional highs and lows as passion, when really it's just your nervous system repeating an old and familiar cycle. 3, the fixer mentality and how it relates to your self-worth. A pattern I've had to unlearn is thinking that if I just love someone enough, or support them enough, or make their dreams come true, they'll eventually love me the same way back. I think a lot of people fall into this fixer mentality where they feel like they're responsible for healing somebody else. Maybe because they've always been the one to take responsibility, or they feel like their value in a relationship comes from what they can provide. This mindset gets you stuck in one-sided relationships where you give your all but get very little in return. It's like trying to charge your phone with a dead power bank. No matter how much you give, your battery is never going to get filled. The truth is, love isn't something that you have to earn through sacrifice. The right person won't need you to fix them, save them, or chase them. The right person wants to grow with you. So how do you stop yourself from falling for the type of person that you're not compatible with? And I phrase it that way because the wrong person for you might just be the right person for somebody else. And honestly, I'm still trying to figure out the answer to that question. But here's a few things that I've worked on that might save you some pain too. 1, recognize a pattern. If the same type of people keep coming into your life, it's not just bad luck, it's a pattern. And once you see that, you can start making different choices. 2, slow down instead of getting caught up in the moment. Instead of getting swept up in the chemistry, take a step back and ask yourself, does this person align with what I want long term? And most importantly, how do their core values stack up? Because if your values don't align, then you're setting yourself up for a world full of problems. And 3, this is a big one. Work on your own self-worth. We attract at the level we see ourselves. So the more you genuinely believe that you deserve a healthy relationship, one full of love, understanding, and reciprocation, the less likely you are to tolerate one that lacks those qualities. Because you can set all the boundaries you like, but if you don't truly believe that you're worthy of them, they'll continue to be walked all over. And look, relationships do take work, and it's normal for them to go through a range of seasons. No relationship is all summer, but love shouldn't feel like a constant effort to prove your worth. The right person won't make you feel like you're constantly fighting for their attention. Have you ever caught yourself in this pattern? Let me know in the comments. What's one red flag that you've ignored in the past, but also what's one green one too? And if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and share it with a friend that you think might get something out of it. Have a great day.